You know, I'm an activist, and I'll never give up my activism because I'm a lawmaker. You know, that inside-outside pressure has to happen. And so women need to hit the streets. Women need to lobby. You know, we are a special interest. And so we need to use our power and our clout as special interest, as a special interest group. And we have to email, phone calls, and we have to really understand our power. And we have to know that we can leverage our power, and we have to understand that if elected officials are not accountable to the issues that minority women feel are important, then we have the power to take them out.
Es muy importante para dar otra perspectiva, porque la perspectiva de nosotros, nuestra gente, no siempre se hace saber en Sacramento. Entonces, nunca piensen que están perdiendo su tiempo viniendo a Sacramento, nunca piensen que ustedes, que no se siente su presencia, que no se les escucha cuando vienen a hablarnos.
The Feminist Majority did what we called a feminization of power campaign. And in 1992, we went throughout the state of California getting women to run for office. One of my good friends said to me, "Are you crazy? You're getting too many women to run for office." My response was, "Hey, nobody's ever said there's too many men running for office." So then the Democrats started fielding candidates. Then the Republicans saw what we were doing, so they started putting up women to run for office. After that election, in 1992, we had the largest number of women elected to the California State Legislature. We had the largest number of Latinas and African American women that were elected. And to this day, in California, we have a very large number of women. I think we're close to 30% in our state legislature. So that really shows the power of the vote.
I can tell you what my most recent aha moment was being in the room when Donna Edwards, who was running for Congress in Maryland, gave her acceptance and her victory speech. And watching this woman, who was such an incredible candidate and such a force, who had already lost once when she tried once and tried again and persevered to win an election, and seeing who else was in the room, because it was a group that looked like this country. It was a group of people who had worked very hard for her, and it was a group of people from all walks of life, from all communities, who are absolutely committed to changing this country and the way politics has done it. And I thought to myself, this is the person that's going to be able to do that. And I also thought to myself, if we could just get a lot more Donna Edwardses to run for office and get involved in politics, we're going to be a terrific country once again.
I work with women throughout the world, and I often think women of the world unite, because we are a mighty force, and women of color comprise a large percentage of the world. And if we work with women from all continents, and we work on major treaties to end the discrimination against women, and if we work in an international fashion and keep our global perspective as part of our local perspective, then I think we will be stronger as women. And as many say, we have to think globally and act locally.
I think it's important that they know what goes on and that you have the right to vote, yes or no. Now, we didn't at one time, but that has changed. I'm an American, and I have to do my duty. Even if I was put into camp for a while there, I wasn't an American. They said, "No, you're not an American, you don't vote." But after I got out of camp, I was again American, so that's what I wanted to do, vote. So I'm glad I lived to be 87 to see you have a choice of a woman and a black man, an Irishman.
About the future and how to secure.
I think it's tremendously exciting. I think that that there's a woman and there's a black man who are serious contenders for the presidency. And at the same time, a lot of community members want to know what are the issues that they stand for and how are their positions going to impact my family, women, young girls, and so forth. And so I think those are the pieces that there's a lot of inspiration about the possibilities. And then it's also people really caring about their daily issues.
We are often mentioned as the Latinos, the sleeping giant, or that we have all this potential. Well, it would be really great if on election day in November, it was above the fold that would say women, in particular Latinas, made a difference to who the next president of this country is.
Democracy is a responsibility. It is work. And what I would say is you need to do your part. If you want this country to be great and continue to be great, then you have to do your part. The least you can do is vote.
Voting is about being able to empower yourself and empower your family and empower your community. And if you don't vote, you are disempowering yourself. It is so important to be able to go out there and vote, because everything that we care about is expressed through our exercise of the right to vote.
I'm not here to advocate who you should vote for or what party line you should vote for, but if you live in this country, you have to vote. It's your obligation. It's the one time you get to say something about what you feel, and it's important.
I think mothers need to set the example of voting so that their children, when they grow up, will also be voting. And if they want their children to have the best education possible, voting is probably the best tool they have, and so it is important.
The inequity between those at the top and those at the bottom, there's no reason for that, none whatsoever. And I think women are making a difference in some of those changes as well. So I would say to all women, not only should you vote, but you should run for office. And you should be able to think of yourself as not having to make apologies for what has not been done, but saying we can make a difference, we can do it. So to me, it's very important to use the power of the numbers of women to make a change in the quality of the politics that we have as well.
I still feel strongly about voting this year. For whatever reason, I just feel like it's important that the numbers are shown. What America really wants, or what America would like to see happen, or that there are people out there who would support a woman president or a African American male as president. I think that it's important that the numbers are shown.
The power of women is extremely important, and this is one way that we really need to exercise our authority and our power to set that standard for our family to get people to vote. Sí se puede.